I don't know. After hearing him calm and talking about the tether story, it's probable.
Go down to the county attorney's office. I think you'll find a lot of humans down there.
All right.
No disrespect.
Stop driving.
I'm flirting with the judge in front of my dad.
Probation. What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. We made it to the end of another week. I hope everyone's having as amazing of a weather as I'm having. You know what? That wasn't proper English. My weather that I'm having, because I own it, right? Ohio just is gorgeous right now. Let's just say that, and let's leave it go. Let's leave it go. Oh my gosh. What am I saying? You know what? I'm not going to edit this out. This is how I talk to myself. Anyways, we've got some chords. What happens when a Karen and a Sovcit walk into the bar? Karen gets arrested, and Sovcit makes no sense. That's what we're seeing right now. Sovcit first. The Tree of Florida. I looked this up. I actually spent the time to look this up. The Treaty of Florida. You know what? I'm not going to say anything else about it because the Treaty of Florida, what I found is the purchase of Florida. There's no Treaty of Florida. Please, somebody give me a reference in the comments because I looked this up. But if you're going to cite the Treaty of Florida and it doesn't exist, But yeah, like I said, all I found is the purchase of Florida when I looked that up. So, all right. But this guy, you know what? Let's go. Judge Clark, let's go. Before I hit that play button, you already know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe, do your jump kick backflips. Now let's go.
Preliminary adversarial hearing, you're representing yourself. You know, at any point in time, you can ask an attorney to be appointed to represent you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you still wish to represent yourself?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mr. Love, you can call your first witness.
The state calls Officer Zip. Richard Zip.
All right. Just swear the witness in.
I do.
Can you state your name for the record, please?
Richard Ziff,
Where are you employed?
Panel City Police Department.
Were you working in November of 2023?
I was.
On November 11th, 2023, did you have occasion to come in contact with defendant Josiah Beecham?
I was.
How did you come in contact with him?
It was an investigative stop. Mr. Beecham's vehicle was.
All right. I'm not going to interrupt very many times. So you're just going to have to deal with it. But the police officer's detail of the stop, kind of hilarious. This is where the Sovcit stuff comes out. When the defendant is actually testifying or talking, he doesn't say a lot of Sovcit stuff, but the stop in question, pay attention.
Having a hard time maintaining its lane. I conducted a traffic stop on the vehicle. Vehicle drove over the curb. Immediately when I stopped the vehicle, I can smell marijuana coming from within the vehicle while still sitting inside my own vehicle. As I got closer to the vehicle, I can smell the marijuana getting stronger. When I made contact with Mr. Beecham in the driver's seat, I informed him the nature of the stop, also told him I smelled marijuana in the vehicle. At that point, Mr. Beecham was saying I was violating the Treaty of Florida, making other statements that he was not driving, he was traveling. And at one point, I asked him to identify himself. He refused to identify himself. He began to call 911 and requested a Bay County deputy respond to the scene because he refused to cooperate with me.
Officer Zip, at some point, based on the smell of marijuana, did you search the vehicle and Mr. Beecham's person?
I did.
During that search, did you locate anything of note, of significance?
We found trafficking amounts of controlled substances. I believe we were, one of them tested positive for cocaine. There was marijuana and we believe fentanyl.
Did you find any firearms during the search?
There was a firearm located underneath the driver's seat that Mr. Beecham was sitting on.
Did you run a criminal records check on Mr. Beecham?
We did.
Did you find out whether he had been previously convicted of any felonies?
He was on inmate release status for a felony. I believe the same charges.
No, that's all my questions at this time.
Mr. Beecham, any questions?
Yes. So did I have a passenger in the car with me at the time?
You did.
Uh, upon you saying you smelled the smell of marijuana, did I say that I smoked hemp?
You did admit to it.
I said I smoked hemp, right?
You said you smoked marijuana.
Uh, sir, did you have on a body cam?
I did.
And okay, thank you, Your Honor. So I, so I said, so your body cam was on at the time, and were you did you get any competent basis on the traffic stop as far as like a recording of that video?
I don't have a dash cam.
You don't have a dash cam in your car?
We don't have dash cams in Panama State Police
Okay.
cars.
It's cool. And that was failing to maintain the lane. Okay, was it any other traffic on the road?
You were the only vehicle.
It's cool, man. It's cool. Car rate, the guy sounds like he's still high. I don't know when this arrest happened, but the fact that that it's a court date and he's in jail, and Florida doesn't move that quickly. This was weeks ago. I'm going to say at least a month ago that this happened, and I don't know how long he's been in jail for, but I'm going to say about that much time. He still sounds high. You know, I don't have anything bad to say about weed, but when you do it this much and you sound high even when you're in jail, probably should cut it out. And also, I just looked up the Treaty of Florida since my intro. All it is the purchase of Florida. And I was kind of reading some bullet points. There's nothing to say that, you know. And anyways, let's go.
Cool.
Okay, and how long were you behind me before you actually pulled me over?
I was behind you about 2 blocks. Watched you drift over the center line several times.
Several times, drift off the line. Did you have to catch up to me? I have a dash cam and rear view cam. I'm probably gonna introduce the what you call it. Did you actually have to catch up to my vehicle, or?
I did not have to catch up that much. I was right behind you.
I'm saying that the stretch of the road was we was traveling on Beach Drive. That's right.
Yes.
And you were behind me the entire stretch of Beach Drive.
No, I was behind you by Balboa.
By Balboa is when you got behind me. Okay, and so when did you notify me or the passenger about any of the drugs or gun?
Immediately.
Immediately. And what was said about the drugs or gun? What did the passenger say?
The gun was found after you were already detained. We searched the vehicle and it was underneath your seat.
Okay, and was the vehicle registered to me?
The vehicle was registered to your girlfriend.
Okay. And so where were the drugs or anything found in the vehicle?
You had drugs in your pocket. And there was also drugs in the back seat behind your seat.
And you found the drugs?
I found a bag of white substance in your right front pocket.
What about any vehicles in the car?
There was a bag in behind the driver's seat that had several other bags that were wrapped in a clear plastic baggies that was behind your seat.
Okay, and so what did you question the passenger on?
That would be my partners who questioned the passenger. I questioned you.
Yes, and what did I admit to any of the drugs?
You refused to talk to me other than saying I was violating the Treaty of Florida.
Exactly. And so you notified me on drugs being found in the car on the scene, you're saying?
Everything was notified to you. I tried reading you implied consent. You refused to actually listen to me. You kept on saying I was violating the Treaty of Florida and you.
The Treaty of Florida. That's going on the thumbnail. This is going to be the Treaty of Florida video where I don't discuss the Treaty of Florida because it doesn't exist. There was hold on. You know what? The next time I pause it, I'll actually give out the official name for so-called Treaty of Florida. It was a purchase act. It wasn't a Treaty of Florida. Anyways, this guy's the worst Sovcit ever. How are you going to pretend to be Sovcit when you get pulled over? I did not bring any of that to court. This police officer is awesome, by the way. He nails it.
Yeah, I was saying you was violating constitutional rights as well of unreasonable search and seizure. Because I never really got a direct quote on why you actually stopped the vehicle.
His all in body came out.
Okay. And so you never had a conversation with the passenger.
I was mostly talking to you and searching the vehicle. I believe my sergeants wanted to talk to Mr. Wheeler.
Okay. And so you saying your passengers, I mean, your other one of your partners found the drugs that was actually in the car?
And I found drugs in the vehicle.
Or you found the drugs in the vehicle?
Yes.
Behind the driver's seat, you're saying?
And the objection. Ask your next question.
Okay. And you did already admit that I said I admitted to smoking hemp. Okay. And your vehicle is not, you say they don't got dash cams. Okay. So at the time, did you have a sight on the passenger and the driver at the whole time?
I was right there behind the A pillar or B pillar.
What was that, sir?
I was there the entire time of talking to you.
No, okay. So when you extracted me out the car, did you have eyes on the passenger at that time?
After I removed you from the car, I did not have eyes on the passenger, just you.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. You got it, bro. Bro. What? Why is he obsessed with the passenger? I don't know if the passenger's in jail. He might be in jail. I have no idea. But why is he obsessed with the passenger of the car? Somebody please tell me.
So in your report, you never wrote a ticket for the failing to maintain lanes, nor did you mention it in your affidavit of complaint.
It's going to be in my report, the narrative on the case.
Well, I mean, this was the probable cause, and this was the immediate review. So is it
Sustained. Ask a question.
okay? Is it a reason why you didn't mention it in your affidavit of complaint?
The affidavit only shows PC for why we arrested you. It doesn't state in there why I had to stop you. It just shows in there why I arrested you. And in regards to you maintaining a lane, that goes back to the DUI, which does not go on the complaint. That goes on the traffic ticket.
Well, I mean, you never mentioned anything of that nature in the ticket, so I was just wondering, is that protocol for you not to explain in the affidavit of complaint?
It's going to be in the report.
Okay, and you say you had a body camera on again, that's correct?
Sustain the objection. Ask your next question.
Okay, and so was it possible for any of the drugs to be
Yeah, I know I'm pausing a lot. I don't care. All you guys that say I pause too much, it's my channel. Hi, no, you just messaged me. Anyone else get the feeling that he was hoping the police officer didn't show up? Because he's not prepared for this. If you want to go pro se, go pro se. I'm all for it. Go pro se. It's your right. It is your right to go pro se. You can defend yourself in court all day long as you're not an L with LLC. Do it. You want to do it? Do it. It makes my channel better. Every time I get a message, or not a message, every time I hear someone say you're going pro se or I'm going pro se, I instantly pay attention to whatever tab I have open. Right? Like, this is going to be good. Some are actually decent at it. Most aren't. And let's be real. This guy has no idea what he's doing. That's why I think he was hoping the police officer didn't show up. He's pushing this. He's asking questions that don't matter to his case. Again, about the passenger. Leave it alone. And the police officer did say after David. And I really hope that that's just maybe an inside thing that they call it. Just some people say after David to make fun of some people, but the police officer said after David, and the defendant's not saying after David. He's calling it the right word. All right, let's go.
Passenger.
It was all in your control. It was within your reach, behind your seat, and then you had drugs in your right front pocket.
I said, was it possible to be the passenger?
It could be possible, but the same drug that was in your right front pocket was also in that bag behind your seat.
What drug was in my right front pocket?
Cocaine.
And about how much was that?
You had a bag that was wrapped in your front pocket.
About how much?
I don't have the numbers on me right now. I have my report in front of me.
Okay. This is a copy of your report.
That's actually not my report. That's the affidavit complaint. My report's about 5 pages long.
Okay. And so you seized the vehicle for failing to maintain a lane. You said, was any other traffic affected by the occurrence?
You were the only one on the road. You had a failure to maintain your lane several times and you drove over the curb.
What curve, actually?
The curb I stopped you at, I believe, was on Fairland.
The right curb, the left curb. What kind of question was that? I'm trying not to pause it, but I can't help it. Listening to this guy talk. You don't have to have an attorney, but if you're not going to have an attorney, be prepared.
Okay. Your Honor, at this time, I don't have any more questions.
Okay, is any redirect from the state?
No, Your Honor.
And the witness be
Yes,
excused.
Your Honor.
So you can go about your day.
Either.
Anything else from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Beecham?
Judge Clark was literally, you need to stop saying that word. Kind of like stuff. Judge Clark was over it. Like, no, done, bye. Hey, Mr. Officer, I know you're working hard. Please go protect us. Don't spend time in court doing this. We don't need it. Please go back to doing your job. But he had to come in for this. And Florida paid him for it. Generally, officers get overtime for showing up in court for this nonsense.
Your Honor, there's no actual competent and substantial evidence in the affidavit or complaint, nor was it any ticket issued for the actual, failing to maintain a lane. So I mean, being that it was immediately after the arrest, I don't see how he had probable cause to stop me. And I actually asked him for the sheriff to verify that, hoping that he had a dash cam in his car.
Mr. Sullivan?
Whether a traffic ticket was issued or not is irrelevant.
Yeah, it was.
I am gonna find there's probable cause for the arrest, and I believe that's what I'm here today to do as far as the adversarial preliminary hearing. So I found there's probable cause. We'll need another court hearing.
Do we have this transcribed?
You can file a motion to have it transcribed, yes, sir. We need to set another hearing. You understand, Mr. Beecham, at any point in time that you ask for an attorney, one can be appointed to represent you if you meet the financial requirements. You want to set up for another pretrial? Beecham?
Yes, sir.
Let's set it for April 18th at 9 o'clock.
All right, that was Mr. Meacham. Yeah, Judge Clark came in hard with that. You understand that you can ask for an attorney. That was code for get an attorney. He may have had some solid defenses. Who knows? You're running over curbs. A police officer is going to pull you over. Failing to maintain lane. Police officer is going to pull you over. It's going to happen. Just saying. And yeah, let's talk about the Treaty of Florida. That is a logical defense. All right, next clip. It's a quick one. We have a Karen that gets held in contempt, and we actually get a judge gavel. Now, I turned the volume down on my end just to warn you. There's a little bit, not a little bit. There's a lot of audio feedback in this court. This is one of the few Ohio courts that I watch. There's not a lot of Ohio courts in the YouTube universe. So I watched this one, and we had a good we got a Karen. We got a Karen. But yeah, the audio's terrible. turn your volume down right now if you listen to everything on max like I do. Turn it down and try your best to follow along. But the judge gavel, the judge said in her hit her to, you know, well, I don't know if she went to jail, but he definitely said you're held in contempt if those are away. All right, let's go.
Hearing on the second, I think.
No, she was scheduled for a hearing today, Your Honor. The reason that she's in custody is she's not compliant with her ankle monitor, Your Honor. I'm waiting on a letter from Carl Bowen's office from Common Police Court Probation outlining exactly all the stipulations where she's out of compliance. I know that she is supposed to report weekly on a Monday to have an inspection done, and she has failed to do that since the time she's had it on.
Iverson told me it's to him, and he told
All right. The person in question here is the woman on the farthest right, kind of a grayish color sweater. That's who they're talking about. Just so we're all aware. And yeah, she's about to go off.
Iverson said they're not responsible, they just put the law on.
Regardless, Your Honor, she's not reported to any probation department since it's been on her.
I blew y'all up 2 weeks ago to try to figure it out.
Okay, well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm letting you talk with Mr. Morford about this.
Yes, sir.
Call you back on the docket later, and we can do some discussion with both probation departments and council and figure out where we're going forward.
I bought a dog off my house, it was on supposed to stay like 2 weeks. I was like, I can talk to him. No,
In the back,
I
ma'am.
spoke to him either. I
Ma'am,
would like to speak.
in the back. Okay, I hold you in contempt. Come back. Now you're back.
Ma'am.
You're back over here. Bring her back.
Hey, Josh. Ma'am, up
I
here.
hold you in contempt for your
I wasn't
language.
talking to you, I'm sorry.
In the back, I'll decide what you're saying.
All right, again, I know the audio is horrible, but so she's failed to comply with her ankle monitor. Generally, that means she didn't go to probation to have them, or whoever is overseeing the ankle monitor, and have them download the data. Generally, this is when you have an ankle monitor, you have to go, you have to go to probation once a week and have them download the data to get the readings. It's not wireless, at least to the best of my knowledge. They don't get it in real time. You go to probation and they download it. We just watched a case in Judge Washington's court the other night where we got an explanation of the ankle monitor, where the data only stores for 30 days, which is why it's important to keep it charged and why it's important to go get the data downloaded. That's when they see what you've done over the last week, or however long you need to go turn it in. All right, but she was walking away. She said some all bullshit, and judge held her in contempt. Hit that gavel. It's the first time I've heard a judge hit a gavel since I've been watching YouTube. All right, let's finish this.
Also held her in contempt earlier this morning for saying this is bullshit in court, open court.
Judge, I think that she would like to address the court about her behavior a few minutes ago.
I'm more concerned about her drug screen and her sobriety.
I have stayed clean since October, all my screens. And I smoked weed with them there. All my screens, even here, I've been clean since October. I have not missed up one time. You can call my doctor.
January 22nd was OK screen.
Yeah, well, I was prescribed those. Actually, now I'm on soda after lunch walks. I was a mess whenever I came here. I mean, I did everything.
Yeah, October you screened for amphetamine, buprenorphine, cocaine, and methamphetamine. So you still are screening for cocaine.
It was last week. I've been on for 3 days. I was more jealous. I was on the street. And I feel like I felt well. Until last week. I'll go to the street here every week. That would be fine. Some kind of accountability helps me. me. I mean, this has changed my entire life, honestly. I was definitely gonna look right back.
I don't have a report from RRG.
It's HHG.
Well, you were ordered to go to RRG. I have a report, which I don't even know what HHG is, and February 2nd. To whom it may concern, Crystal Johnson does counseling here weekly and does a weekly drug screen.
You said as long as that worked out okay, then I could stay there.
Well, it's not working out okay. It's not working out okay.
I haven't, since October, and Christian counselor still been on.
Doesn't speak to this year. Let me hear your comments, please.
Your Honor, I'm happy to assist in any way I can if you need me to call and get a report or help her get a placement.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this HHG Health. It's 815 20th Street. It says Huntington Hospitalist Group.
If the lawyer remind you what we had agreed to.
You like me to reach out to them?
If you can get a further report from them, she hasn't been compliant with her ankle monitor, that's for sure. You were living at the city mission, are you still living there?
I'm housing now that I've got, I got HUD approved and I have a job now, and I've got all that. The monitor was supposed to be like 2 weeks, but the last time I came, that judge, it was a substitute judge, and he placed me out so far. Because we were taking it off after I showed up to court twice.
All right, nothing happened. Now Heather's messaging me. Hi, Heather. Yeah. She's gone. Heather's messaging me a lot. Anyways, thank you all for checking this out. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry the audio's so bad. That feedback, it sounds like there's a fan blowing on the microphone. You can hear all the papers, I know, but I just wanted to play this because, Karen got held in contempt. She yelled at the judge, and we got to hear the gavel. And if you guys watched my stream when Judge Slavin was on it, I asked him about the gavel. Judges don't use the gavels anymore. So I liked it. Hope you guys liked it too. All right. Until next time. Bye.
Let's see if we can get a further report and we'll recall her.